OMG, I'm so excited. I'm about to own my very first Cartier watch. I saved up for it for so long. Well, that's wonderful for you, Sarah, but don't say it like that. It's a French brand, you know, so say Cartier. I feel like that's what I said, Karen. Cartier. No, you have to do it with a it's French. Cartier, 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 Cartier. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna get a Timex. Okay. Don't turn off your video. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you go to a mall and, fake an accent and sound so pretentious when you want to buy your watch. Cartier is actually worldwide accepted as a pronunciation just because the brand knows that not everyone is French, not everybody knows off the bat how to say their brand name. They kind of understand that it will be pronounced in a different way. But today is just all about fun. We're going to keep it casual. I thought I would research 5 luxury brand names and actually find out how to properly pronounce them. This is because I went down to the comment section again, and it's just a treasure trove of topics to discuss. So a lot of you guys had asked me about pronunciation. Now I do have a couple of tips for that, so if you're ready, let's get started. Hey, what's happening? I'm always glad to see you here. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Anna. Welcome to the channel. This is Speak Easy with Anna. The goal of this channel is to help non-native English speakers like myself to improve their interaction skills with simple and practical English. And I'm also here to help aspiring voiceover actors with some tips and tricks that I learned in the trade. So pronunciation, whether you're here as a voiceover talent or you're here to improve your English, pronunciation is very, very important. So of course, my practical tip for you is every time you come across a word that you don't know how to pronounce, the easiest way is to just look it up. If it's a brand name, go to the brand's website and find out how to pronounce that correctly. Or if you're reading a book and you come across a word that you don't know, the dictionary is always there. And of course, Google is always your friend. So those are my practical tips for you. Now, just for fun, I thought I would research 5 luxury brand names that are so hard to pronounce. They are so intimidating just by looking at it. It's just like, I don't want to say that because I know that I'm going to get it wrong. And I wanted to share it with you so that at least by the end of this video, you and I have 5 brands that we can actually pronounce correctly. And I think that's the voiceover talent in me. I just love looking up words and actually finding out how to pronounce them, even though I won't actually say it with a French accent. But today we are going to do just that, accent and all. Again, I'm not fluent in French, German, or Italian. We are just going to learn this together for fun. Now stick with me all the way until the end because I will explain why a famous champagne brand is not pronounced how everyone is expecting it to be pronounced. And there's a lot of debate about this brand. But right now we will start with luxury cars. At number 5 is this brand. I've heard a lot of people say Peugeot or Peugeot. This is a French brand, so that gives us a hint that that T over there is going to be silent. And that G, because it's followed by an E, it becomes a J sound instead of a G. So that's je. So without the T, it's jo, jo. And EU in French is usually e. So with the P, it's P. So it's Peugeot, Peugeot, Peugeot. Now, when I was on radio, they said that Peugeot is also widely accepted. So it's either Peugeot or Peugeot. And at number 4, we have another French sounding car, and it's this brand right here. And of course, this is French, so that T in the end will become silent. But in this case, the L will also not make a sound. So the first 3 letters is pronounced Ren, and of course, O at the end. So this brand is pronounced Renault. Now, if you want to say it with a very French accent, you can do that French R sound, Renault, Renault, but I'll stick with Renault. Now, let's get down to luxury watches. But before that, if you're getting value out of this video, why don't you give me a thumbs up right now? And here we are with luxury brand watches. And we are going to start at number 3 with this brand. Okay, so by now we know that the T in the end will not make a sound. But in this case, the first letter will also be silent. So we are stuck with the letters in the middle. So how do you say this brand? It's Hublot. Hublot. It's not with a W at the end. It's just quick and short. Hublot. Hublot. And at number 2 is this brand. It's another Swiss brand with a French sounding name. So again, that T in the end will not make a sound. I don't know why they have to put it there if they don't make a sound, but that's the way it is. And of course, that G, because it's followed by an E, will sound like a J instead of a G. So that's Piaget, Piaget, Piaget. And at number 1, the only German brand in our list for today is this brand. Now, if you know anything about the German language, is that unlike the French, they like to sound out every letter in their words. So this one is Breitling, Breitling, Breitling. And there you have it, 5 luxury brand names that you might have been mispronouncing all this time. But don't worry, I have been mispronouncing most of them myself. So it's just good that we learned it together today. It is up to you if you want to adapt this pronunciation or not, that's fine. Now, I did promise you that before we finish today's video, I was going to talk about this famous champagne brand that after everything that we learned about the French language today, it's actually not supposed to be pronounced the way we think it's supposed to be pronounced. And let me give you the reason why. And this is the brand I am talking about. It's not a car or a watch, but a world famous champagne. And these two words look very, very French. And that is why people tend to say Moet et Chandon, because it looks French. But it is named after Claude Moet, who is the owner of the brand. And he says himself, because he is Dutch, that his name is pronounced Moet with a T. So therefore, it is pronounced Moet et Chandon. So that ampersand in the middle can be pronounced either in English or French. So if it's in English, of course, it's and, Moet and Chandon. But in French, it becomes a, which is French for and. So it's Moet et Chandon if you'd rather say it in a French accent. Hey, let us know down at the comment section down below if you know of any more brand names, whether it's a car, a watch, or maybe a champagne that are most commonly mispronounced. Before I let you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't yet. Tap that notification bell just so you know if I have anything new out. And of course, hit the like button if you found value in this video. Do connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, I would love it so much if you can share this video with your friends and family, especially those you know who will benefit from this video. And if you're looking for some tips and tricks to set up your DIY voiceover booth, I have a video on that over here. And also my playlist on simple and practical English lessons right here. And with that, I will wish you all a fantastic day and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers! Excuse the airplane that is flying by. So close. I think it's about to land over here.